How much should you budget for your home maintenance? Now, it's impossible to predict exactly the maintenance your home will need and how much that maintenance will cost. Now, average homeowner cost can be helpful, but average is only starting point. You may also want to consider a factor that might increase your maintenance costs, such as location of your home, your weather where your home is at, the age of your home, and just the home general conditions. Homeowners spend an average of $1,100 per year on maintenance. Report also found that 1 in 3 homeowners complete an emergency repair. Those can cost you an average of $1,204. These numbers give you a ballpark idea on how much you should set aside for home maintenance and repairs, but you might want to look at other calculation standards as well. There's some few factors I want you to consider. These factors might impact the cost of maintenance repair for a specific house. For example, the age of property can play a huge role. A home built in less than 10 years ago might not need a lot of maintenance. 10 to 20 years might need a slight little bit more maintenance, but 20 to 30 years, there's a good chance there's a major component such as roof might need to be replaced. Homes in area affected by freezing temperature, ice storm, or heavy snowfall are subject to more strain than homes in area that don't get these conditions. Similar homes in area where termites, high wind, heavy rains, other extreme weather conditions are common experience may have more wear and tear. Now, some homes that are more than 100 years old but are in pristine condition thanks to the previous generation exercising careful maintenance. Other homes might have been neglected and got cheap repairs over the year. Environmental stress like being in a floodplain or at the bottom of a hill that collect water can also impact the amount of care and maintenance a home needs. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the 1% rule, but average cost can give you a starting point for building for your home maintenance saving. It can also be a challenge to decide whether you should set aside more given the age, location, other factors impacting your home, but rule of thumb can give additional guidance. For example, one popular rule say 1% of purchase price of your home should be set aside each year for ongoing maintenance. An example, if your home costs $300,000, you should set $3,000 per year for maintenance. Now, of course, this popular rule has its limitation. Market fluctuation impact home prices, which has nothing to do with the condition of your home. Now, if you happen to buy your home at the peak of the housing bubble, your maintenance cost wouldn't be higher. Now, the underlying price of your home and its repair cost, in other words, are independent variable. Now, the 1% rule gives you an estimate and reflect the size and condition of your home, but since your home price is about more than the condition of your home, it might not be the most accurate guideline. Which brings me to the second, the square foot rule. There's another rule of thumb that gives you for every $1, if you want to set $1 for every square feet a year for maintenance. So if you have a 2,000 square feet home, you might want to set aside $2,000 a year in maintenance repairs. Now, these rules make slightly more sense than the 1% rule because it directly correlates with the size of the home. The more square foot you have, the more you need to spend. However, one drawback of this rule is it does not account for labor and material costs in your area. The market prices for contractors, laborers, and building material can vary significantly from region to region. So let's fine-tune this calculation. Since there is no universal rule that governs how much you should set aside for your home maintenance, that factor in age, home condition, local weather, type of home, it makes sense to take a more holistic approach to estimate the cost of home maintenance. And here's one approach that incorporates all of these elements. First, we're going to take the average of the 1% rule per square foot. If 1% of purchase price, for example, is at $3,000, the square foot is equal to $2,000, then you want to set an average of $2,500. Next, we're going to add 10% for each factor: weather, condition, age, location, type, all of these. So if you have an old home in a floodplain and in an area that expresses freezing temperature, you want to increase that price by 30%. So that's $2,500 times 1.3 equal to $3,250 a year you should decide. Now, once you decide how much to set aside, consider setting up an automatic transfer to saving. This can help make sure you don't spend your home maintenance funds. There's also a way to find funding for maintenance repairs. Now, in an ideal world, everyone would be diligent about setting money aside for home maintenance, but that's not always possible. Other expenses come up, and if you have an emergency repair, you find yourself scrambling. Home equity and personal loan can help. Many local areas offer weatherization assistance and other home repair programs for low income and older residents. And if you need assistance, do not hesitate to reach out to one of these programs. Or do what most of homeowners have been doing. Use the ChoreRelief app, where you name your price for the labor and have contractors competing for your business. People that have been using the app for their home and repairs maintenance have saved an average of 20%. This works no matter what region you are at, as long as your budget and your setting is somewhat reasonable. The app makes hiring contractors so much simpler and easier, and only match you with affordable, reliable, vetted pro in your area. The app is free and can be found at ChoreRelief.com. I hope you find this video helpful. Subscribe, like, share, and of course, comment below and let me know what you think. Until then, take care.